Hi, I'm Paula Sands from KWQC TV6, and I am a 9-year survivor of ovarian cancer. I'm thrilled to be partnered with the NormaLeah Ovarian Cancer Initiative in the Quad Cities on this very special project. I'm going to share with you 12 different amazing works of art designed to raise awareness about ovarian cancer and its connection to other cancers, especially breast cancer. It's called the girlpARTs Project. It's local artists who have paired up with community leaders and created these one-of-a-kind masterpieces using three-dimensional dressmaker bodices. Now, there are creations that were set up in public places all through the Quad Cities in 2019. The 12 I share with you now will be part of an online auction through November 14th, 2020. Remember that all women are at risk for ovarian cancer, even women who've had their ovaries removed. If you've had a history of other cancers or breast cancer, you may also be at increased risk. And the symptoms of ovarian cancer are subtle, and they're easy to miss sometimes. Know your body. These are the signs of ovarian cancer: bloating that is persistent, eating less but feeling fuller, abdominal and or back pain, trouble with your bladder and bowels. Know these symptoms, assess your health risk, and seek the proper medical attention, and that could save your life or the life of someone you love. This bodice is called Women of the World Unite. Kimberly Cruz is the artist and was paired with Melissa Scher, director of the Masters of Public Health program at St. Ambrose University. She spent the last 25 years working in healthcare throughout the world, from Angola to Zimbabwe. They based their creative vision on inspiration from some of their favorite artists, including Vincent van Gogh and Georgia O'Keeffe. Women from around the world are portrayed holding hands as the female beauty holds the world in her arms to represent unity and equality. Mehndi work on the arms, legs, and forehead incorporate the artist's love of body painting along with elements of glitter. This was on display at Pain Centers of Iowa in Davenport. Meet Dryad, created by Diana Kreider, a Quad City artist and ovarian cancer survivor, and Michelle Dane, Director of Marketing, Communications, and Business Development at Genesis Health Systems. Diana was inspired by tales of Dryads living in trees. The mixed media piece represents a totem of powerful womanhood rooted to the earth. A pool at the top is for reflection of what the artist has experienced with the disease, and the butterflies represent the freedom to discover what's ahead after a cancer journey. It was on display at the Genesis Cancer Center in Davenport. Here we have Luck Be a Lady, which is on display at Rhythm City Casino in Davenport. The artist Jay Wallen and her community partner Matt Mendenhall, the CEO of Regional Development Authority, were inspired by the glitz and glamour of the Bodice's locale. Using different materials such as chicken wire, resin, and teal playing cards, they created their bodice using a simplified color palette of black and white, resulting in a play on positive and negative contrasts. Matt previously managed a hospice facility where he witnessed firsthand the struggles of women with cancer. The red glass hearts signify the love of those who help us get through a cancer diagnosis. This bodice was playfully designed by artist Laney Krebs and Jody Cook, the founder and CEO of Ballet Quad Cities. The bodice is called Lisa Ray and is inspired by an ovarian cancer survivor with a tradition of making tamales and giving them as holiday gifts. Jody's close childhood friend Lisa was in treatment for ovarian cancer at the time this bodice was created. The bodice draws upon NormaLeah's mission through the hopeful teal glow of the candles in this seasonal fabric and reflected in the repetition of linear patterns emerging from the bodice's center and base. They chose a tutu apron and Swarovski butterfly necklace as the finishing touches. This was on display at Ballet Quad Cities School of Dance in Rock Island. Local artist Jeannie Amelia worked with Dave Geenan, Rock Island alderman and executive director of the Doris and Victor Day and Roush Family Foundations, to create this stunning bodice called Pucci on Parade. Inspired by fashion designer Emilio Pucci, they created a feminine form using a papier-mâché technique adorned with handmade flowers, brightly colored beads, and, of course, the teal butterfly, the universal symbol and color of ovarian cancer awareness. Whimsical touches include a play on Dave's children's names. See if you can find a flower and a toy. This bodice was on display at Rock Island City Hall. This bodice is aptly named Mother Nature. It was designed by artist Kristen Nguyen and community leader Gwen Tombergs. They communicate an important message through their bodice that every life matters and we should love everyone without judging. With so much negativity in the world now, they wanted to spread kindness and love and remind people to get back to nature. The work includes genuine clear quartz healing crystals dedicated to a close childhood friend of Gwen's who had been battling ovarian cancer. Mother Nature was on display at Furnish 123 in Davenport. This is Gift of the Sea. Artist Mary Wells and Dr. John R. Williams, a retired dentist and past president of the Illinois State Dental Society, were inspired by Botticelli's Birth of Venus and The Great Wave. Their bodice blends the two styles to represent womanhood and creation. The bodice was created from found and natural objects, plaster, paint, and glitter. Mary dedicates this piece to her mother, an artist and collector of found pieces who lived a short 53 years. This bodice was on display at Riverside Family Dentistry in Moline. Blooming Heart was created by artist Molly McGuire and Sherry Ristow, the CEO and president of Quad Cities Community Foundation. Sherry lost her sister to cancer earlier this year and has faith that her mother-in-law, who was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2018, will continue to beat the disease. Their combined passion for women's health illustrates the beauty of the female form, using flowers to represent meaningful female anatomy. The bodice represents the female form, which is as powerful as it is beautiful, seldom perfect, but always wondrous, like nature itself. This bodice was on display at the Figge Art Museum in Davenport. Mayor Mike Tomes of Rock Island teamed up with artist Susan Wallman to create For Jane, a bodice that honors Jane, the mother of a college friend of Susan's who is living with ovarian cancer. The bodice blends Susan's lifelong love of crochet with the free-form corset, and the piece is completed by using the Zentangle art method with a color palette that reflects ovarian cancer's awareness colors. Mike Tomes' mother died from cancer in 2008, the same year as our namesake, Norma. This bodice was on display at the Rock Island Downtown Library. This bodice, Thriver 2, is one of two dynamic sculptures that impart the concept of thriving, not just surviving, after a cancer diagnosis. Created by students in an Augustana College fiber sculpture class, art professor Rowan Schusheim Anderson plays homage to her sister, who was impacted by breast cancer. They teamed up with Angie Normoyle from the Rock Island County Board, who is committed to education, the arts, and our community. Angie's connections to several different cancers taught her the importance of knowing cancer symptoms and risks. This piece brings attention to breast cancer and was produced using found objects and collaborative decision-making. Thriver 2 was on display at District Drugs in Rock Island. This unique bodice, Under the Sea, is a collaborative effort between Sheriff Jerry Bustos and self-taught collage artist Amber Williams. Jerry lost both his mother and sister to ovarian cancer. Inspired by mermaids, this bodice embraces the challenges one faces when confronted with an unfamiliar situation. Glimmering scales and oceanic hues of teal are melded together with hints of natural elements to create a bodice with a fighting spirit. This bodice was on display at the Rock Island County Courthouse. Meet Healing Strength, a collaborative effort between artist Elizabeth Dean and Elizabeth Round, a local design show host. This bodice evokes the feeling of an armored warrior, but includes feminine touches to represent the true strength needed to overcome the fear involved with a cancer diagnosis. As a young woman, the artist herself underwent therapy for precancerous cells on her cervix and has a history of ovarian cysts, resulting in a passion for ovarian cancer awareness for women of all ages. She is supported by a community leader who believes in the power of community when faced with cancer. Healing Strength was on display at Village Home Stores in Geneseo.